Hey, my friends, it's your girl Tisha with the Own Atlanta Real Estate Group, popping in with part 2 of the do's and don'ts when looking for a house. So last time we talked about things to do when looking for a house. Let's now talk about things to not do, or the don'ts, when looking for your house. And these are in no particular order. We'll just talk through them. Don't overlook hidden maintenance costs. Your trusted real estate agent has been doing this for a very long time, and there are things I say we have an eye that most people don't see, right? And so I can walk into a property and spot a challenge. I've seen it before. Oh, that looks like that might have been some molds. Oh, that looks like that might be a leak. Oh, when's the last time they got the septic tank pumped? These are things that if you don't know to be aware of those things up front can be very costly for you on the back end. Make sure your real estate agent knows how to spot hidden maintenance issue. Now, does not necessarily take the place of a home inspection. However, with a home inspection, you have to pay for that up front and you get the information on the back end. With a trusted real estate agent that really can help you see those hidden costs, that will save you the price of an inspection by pointing things out to you prior to. Don't rush into making impulsive decisions. I've seen it happen time and time again where people have FOMO, fear of missing out. I gotta hurry up and I gotta make this decision. Well, if you make a rush, you might live to regret it. Take your time. This is a process, right? Do not come into your real estate agent saying, I got to be in a home yesterday. When you do that, because you're making a long-term decision, you don't necessarily want to do it in a rush. You want to give yourself enough time to make a plan. Do not, under any circumstances, especially in Metro Atlanta, consider the importance of location. Consider, where do you spend your time? Where are you going to go to work? What is your commute going to be like? It's funny. Oftentimes I hear people calling me from out of town and they say, I just want to be in Atlanta. And I say, okay, where are you going to be working? Oh, I'm going to be over so-and-so, but I want to live over such and such. And I say, are you sure? Because that might be a terrible commute. Or based on where your parents are, based on where your family is, based on where your job is, based on where your church is, based on where your recreation is. We want to make sure that we have a property that is conducive to that. I've seen it over and over again where people go and they fall in love with the house and they haven't considered those other factors. It makes a difference in whether or not you are enjoying your house as well as the rest of your life. Don't exceed your budget. There's nothing worse than having a beautiful house and no money to furnish it. Now, if you got a long-term plan, that's fine, right? But you want to be able to pay attention, not just to your budget for the house, but how you live. Do you want to go and get a house that's so expensive, but you no longer have the money to go out with your friends? You don't have the money to participate in extracurricular activities because now you're working extra. You don't have the opportunity to travel because your house is too expensive. Pay attention to how you want to live your life and factor that into how much house you can afford. And do not consider properties outside of your budget. I can't say this enough, right? You know how you live your life. Don't feel pressure to do something that you're not comfortable with, okay? Again, you know how you want to live. Just because you're approved for a high number does not mean that that is the number that you're comfortable with long term. Pay attention, my friends. Again, this is a long-term commitment in purchasing a house. Now, it's probably one of the greatest ways that you can build wealth without having to do much extra. But there are things that can make or break whether or not this is a positive or negative experience with you. So I've given you your don'ts. Don't overlook hidden maintenance costs. Don't rush into making impulsive decisions. Don't ignore the importance of location. Don't exceed your budgetary limitations. And don't consider properties outside of your budget. I say this to people all the time. They want to there's a reason why you get pre-approved first, right? So what if you have in your mind that you can buy a $500,000 property, but your lender says you can only afford $350,000? But we've been looking at $500,000 properties. Well, guess what? That $350,000 property is no comparison to the $500,000 properties you were looking at. Don't do it to yourself. It's not fun. What I say to you is in Metro Atlanta, we can find you a property in just about every budget available to you. It's just a matter of where it's going to be. And all of these factors are trade-offs, right? And so sometimes you have to decide, what am I willing to trade in order to have the most of what I want? That's important. It's your girl, Tisha, from the Own Atlanta Real Estate Group. And if you haven't seen the 5 things to do when purchased in part 1, go back and take a look at it. All of these tips will be helpful for you moving forward. Have a great day, everybody. If you have any additional questions that I can clarify for you, my information is in the comments. Weigh in. If there's any questions I can answer for you, I'm here for you, my friends. Have a great day, everybody.